Hey everybody, Jake here. Just wanted to share a couple thoughts, something that the Lord reminded me of this week. Psalm 42, I'm going to read a couple of the verses and then talk about it a little bit. Verses 1 through 5 of Psalm 42. It says, "As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, 'Where is your God?' These things I remember as I pour out my soul. How I would go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God, with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude keeping festival. Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God." What's going on here in this psalm is the writer is longing after the Lord, and specifically he's longing to go to the house of God, and we don't know why he can't, but that's what this psalm is about. I love in that first verse, "As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God." Charles Spurgeon says this about that verse: "Ease he did not seek, honor he did not covet, but the enjoyment of communion with God was an urgent need of his soul. He viewed it not merely as the sweetest of all luxuries, but as an absolute necessity, like water to a stag." The writer of this passage says the enjoyment of communion with God was an urgent need of his soul. And I have found, the days that I don't spend time in getting alone with God, I can feel how distant my soul feels from the Lord. So it's just such a good reminder that our souls are to long after communion with God. And then I love, he goes on, "These things I remember as I pour out my soul, how I would go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise." So he's remembering happier times, and it makes him sadder. He thought of the times of joyful worship at the house of God and felt so distant from those better days. He literally is missing going to the house of God. And I think that we can all really relate with that. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop with just like, I'm missing this. This is the answer. This is where he finds the answer. He speaks to his soul and he says, "Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil within me?" And then he tells his soul what to do. "Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God." And that's such a great reminder for us, because that's exactly what we need to do, and that's what we need to be preaching to our souls. Hope in God, hope in God, hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God. So I would just encourage you, sometime today or sometime this week, get alone with God. Pray this psalm out to him, Psalm 42. Turn on some worship music, worship him, spend time with him, because it refreshes our soul. It's so good for us to do that. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longs after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. 'Cause you alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and